Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Franka, I'm a bassist and I'm excited right now because I will speak to Fanny from the France grunge band SHEWOLF. She plays the bass in a band of women, and so I will talk with her about modern feminism, about reaching feminist goals in these times, about being a woman in a rock band, and of course in general about her bass playing and the band SHEWOLF. So stay tuned, I can recommend it, and give us comments. Thank you. Hello, nice to see you.
Hello, Franca. Nice to see you too.
How's the weather today in France?
It's okay, kind of cold, and the sun is missing. We have low clouds, but it's okay.
And the corona thing in the moment where you live, can you go outside? Can you do sports or meet people, something?
Yeah, more or less, like officially we shouldn't meet too many people. And we do not meet too many people, but because we are in the countryside, the population is low, and our friends like us don't meet a lot of people, so we can still work.
What can you do with your band in the moment? What are you doing?
Fortunately, because we have big houses and we have our personal studio. Right now we are working on our second album. We were recording live, the three of us, so the drum, the guitar and bass in our studio. And now we'll start maybe this week. Marie-Claude, the drummer, is mixing our album. She's starting to edit drum and bass to make sure the rhythm and everything is on place, clean to be able to record the voices later on.
So you said you recorded live. Do you mean all instruments together in one room?
Yes.
Okay, why do you do this?
We feel we are a lot about emotion, and we feel playing all together, it's quite difficult, but also our music is more real because we can play with, with the vibes of the songs, and we trained a lot without the voice, because sometimes you take habits on playing a song with a singer, and you don't think a lot about the structure of the song, because I'm not thinking a lot when I play. I do only on my feelings. So we had to train a few weeks all together with only instruments to be able to record in one shot every song.
How did you come to play an instrument? Did you learn something when you were a child, or were your parents playing an instrument? And then how did you come to the bass?
First, when I was a child, I played 9 years piano. My grandma was playing piano. For my mom as well, it was important for me and my sister to play piano. I loved it, but when I was a teenager, I wanted to play not only classical music, but my teacher was not keen on any other type of music, so I decided to stop. I played a bit as well. I don't know how to say in English, but my friends are all laughing at me. You know the flute from South America. The
yeah, Panflöte in German. I don't know.
yeah, flûte de pan in French.
Yes.
So that was great. And that's all really. Then I lived my life in Ireland, England. So for many years, I didn't play music at all. Then when I came back in France, I met Marie-Claude, who is the drummer of SHEWOLF. our rock band. And she proposed to start bass, to have a little project of French music. And I just started, so now it's 4 years ago. Suddenly I realized that all the music I loved, it was all about bass. But I never thought in my life that I would play bass. It was her idea, and it was a brilliant idea because since now I play bass in 2 projects, and I love it.
Many people say this that the bass is not so obvious in the song, but very important.
Yeah, because often either you cannot hear it on the songs, but it's there, but you cannot distinguish it. Or sometimes for like reggae, raga music, it's there, you can hear it very well. But yeah, it's all about rhythm and softness as well. Like it's very round, and it's a connection between drum and guitar, like the melody and the rhythm.
Yes. And now, do you love to play bass?
Yeah, I love it. I love it. It's well, I love dancing. I love the rhythm, and I love melody. And playing in a trio band, it's great because I feel I'm playing in between two environments, and I try to connect them. Also with the voice of the singer.
Yes, melody and rhythm. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best instrument.
Which music do you make now, and why? What's your influences?
Well, it's not really a choice to play in a rock band. It was like not because it was rock. It was because it was a project with my friends, and I loved the music as well. But it's not my first taste in music. I love any kind of music, world music, electronic music, classical, jazz, not so jazz, but Rai music, you know, from north of Africa. Any kind of music, really. I used to listen a lot to 80s music, and it's still the music I love now, or new wave. So I feel for me it's difficult to give you one band, or because it's a whole package.
Are you practicing a lot to play bass, or is it more that you record the album or think about what am I playing in the songs, so that's your practicing, or do you practice something special?
Well, I should practice more, but on my own, I mean, like doing exercises and stuff, but I don't do it. I've never been good at it at school or even for piano, using my kind of natural skills. So I feel a lot things. Sometimes I have to train. For example, for this album, I had to train a bit for some parts of the songs. But I would like to practice a lot. And for example, my challenge is to be able to play Rhapsody from Queen, which is quite difficult. Some parts of the songs are very fast.
Yeah.
So I need to train more to be able to play it one day on stage.
Yeah, okay. Are you very critical about yourself when making music, and how do you cope with that?
I learned since we are touring with SHEWOLF. I had quite few concerts, which was difficult for me. For example, the first one I played with SHEWOLF, I was new in the band. The first night we played with other bands, and the band before us was a full band of boys, very, very technical. I started to freak out a lot, because it was my first concert on stage. And I felt I was not at the level of them, to be able to play on stage like them. But I took on myself. I was like, okay, no choice, you have to go and deal with it. And I had to deal with few technical problems. SHEWOLF, the band, our band, was stressed as well, because we are all kind of beginners, not now anymore, but at the time we were kind of beginners with our instruments. So Alice had the guitar, Marie-Claude on drum. So it was a difficult night. But I feel, all the difficulties help you grow up and build confidence a lot. It's always good. And I learned that, okay, you can do some mistakes. Even sometimes you do mistakes, do them even bigger and assume it. You are on stage, okay, let's go for the show. And now I feel much better and more confident.
It's a good learning. So even if you're not perfect, just do it.
Just do it. Nobody is perfect. Very often, you made a mistake during, or a few mistakes during the concerts, and you talk about it to the public, to a friend or whatever. And very often they say, we didn't hear anything. Like, for us, it was perfect. Sometimes I think we are a bit too much hard on us.
Were there also situations when someone said, oh, you're playing bad, or I don't know, criticized you, especially men, maybe?
Never. Once a guy told me, okay, we can see you are not confident with your instrument. You watch a lot, you look a lot at your fingers. And it was kind of true, but also I was thinking, well, I thought I made a good effort and I'm better now. But it was good for him to tell me this as well, because he was kind of like a good musician, used to stage and concerts. So it's good as well to have a lookout on your play.
But in general, how do you feel about being a band of women, being a woman on stage in a rock band? Is it something special for you, or no?
A bit of both. It's kind of normal for me. I don't think about we are women, and as well sometimes I feel proud to be in a band with only women, because you can see it's still something you don't see often. And for example, we have an organization in France called HF. We participated to a campaign about women visibility or women place in the music world. The numbers are mad. For example, we were representing women bands programmed on festival, and it's only 3%.
You mean on the whole festival there were only 3 women?
On all festivals in France, there is only 3% of bands having a majority of women in the band.
Wow.
Same about instrumentalists. There is only 12%, I think. I can't remember exactly the numbers, but, or for example, in the rooms where you program music, like the person in charge of programming bands, and there is only 12% of them who are women. Like, this campaign shows that women are not enough. We don't have equality. It's a world very machist.
Dominated by men, or?
Exactly, yeah.
And what do you think, what's the problem about that? I mean, you could say, well, if women don't want to do it and it's a man thing, then should be okay? Why is it a problem?
Because it's not the truth. It's simply that I think there is many different problems, but in music school, we can see that there is an equality or even sometimes a bit more of women in the music school. But then in a professional world, there is in majority men. Why? I think it's a question of maybe confidence.
Mm-hmm.
And as well, if you don't have any models, you cannot be inspired. You are inspired only with men, but you don't see yourself on stage.
Yes. I also think that you're admiring the people on stage. Oh, they're great! Wow! But yes, you don't think I could be there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's all about representation, and as if you have only men in a place where you decide, you've got only one vision. Unfortunately, we are still raised and we've got different education between men and women, and the educational way of raising people are building differences. And so now, if we have only men at the top of the managing or dealing with, with the business, for example, you will have only one view, one kind of opinion, or one kind of dealing with stuff. The world is very rich. Humans are very rich and diverse. So everywhere we should have the diversity.
How can we manage this? How can we reach our goal in feminism?
We need to organize ourselves between women, I feel. We need to build up our networks. And as well, we need to fight kind of in this man's world. So we need to do both, I think. We cannot count only on the today's world. We need to build as well the future.
Yes, raise our child, for example, in a...
Exactly. And show, like, I have a little brother. I'm very proud few. Both are boys. I'm proud to show them what am I doing, show them something different, because they are watching a lot of YouTube and rap music. For me, it's a bit difficult sometimes to see what they are watching.
Mm-hmm. You, with your band SHEWOLF, you are very good role models, I think, because when I see your videos, especially, I'm really impressed. For example, Apologize. maybe you can tell us something about this video and about the song. What is the text about? Why did you write this? And who did the video? Who had the idea?
Well, in SHEWOLF, we are kind of doing everything ourselves. We have many skills. Thanks to Marie-Claude, for example, she's, I don't know if we can say autodidact.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she learned a lot of skills on her own. So for example, the video clip, she wrote it. We all participated, but you know, all the ideas on how to put the pictures and how to cut the video and stuff, she was doing it. And the idea about apology is that we are all the slave or the master of someone. The video clip is showing this. So it's all the way. You can see at one stage a little girl dressed like a princess by her mom, but she doesn't really want it, so she's feeling bad. We can see her mom going to work, and she's a cleaner in an office. She's cleaning and stuff, and you can see one worker not respecting her work. She's shouting. Suddenly, she's shouting at someone who could be her boss. We don't really know. And then this same worker is going to see his manager, and his manager is shouting at him. So it shows how our society build a lot with people with power, the balance between with big words, a slave and a master. Or
what kind of reactions did you get for the song and the video?
This song is quite good on concerts because Alice is talking to the public, and she's saying, okay, we all sometimes apologized about something we did, but in fact, we don't really want to apologize. We try to help people to get out their anger. You know, it's always good for me. I learned this singing on stage or even in life is really, really good to take your feelings stuck inside you and take them out. And it's a big relief. So you can shout and sing very loud and feel the anger you couldn't express before in some situations for many, many reasons.
So you only did receive positive reactions?
More or less. Like for this album, it was funny because some of our friends were asking, but girls, why are you so angry? We can see you in life, you are quiet, you are happy. Where does it come from, this anger? It's true, in our life, we are kind of peaceful, but very often we will have situations where we feel anger and we cannot express it to stay politically correct or socially correct. So I think everybody would need a place where you can express. Art is for this, I think.
And is it maybe the thinking that you are, when you make an album and you're making songs and you are on stage, you are in public, maybe you feel that you should say something important there, not only singing about love or something, but also being political and have a message?
Yeah, all our songs have meaning because we think a lot. Songs are good for this because you can put your political ideas on it. So in SHEWOLF, we have two composers. So there is Alice, the singer and guitar player, and also Marie-Claude, who is a drummer. Both are writing songs. Marie-Claude is writing more direct political songs. I would say Alice is more about feelings and social view on life.
Okay. And what are your goals with your band?
We would love to be able to live out of our music. Right now, it's still a bit difficult. I think we are doing well, and we are working a lot to build a network, kind of official network. So, you know, big festival, we try to be programmed, but it's difficult. It's difficult because we are doing everything on our own, and as well to build an underground network.
Of a booking agency, something? Or
not quite yet. We just started with a new label, Tadam Records, but because it's still new, we start to book still ourselves some concerts, and we'll see maybe in a year, maybe they could work on booking for us.
And how can you earn money in these days as a musician with a rock band? Is it easy, or what possibilities are there?
Right now, we are not earning at all any money. All our concerts are cancelled or were cancelled. But it's not so bad for us because we are working on our second album. So it's a good time for us to work at home, and we will start booking some dates. Hopefully, finger crossed, it could work for next summer, because our second album will be out in May or June next year.
I mean, also not only because of Corona, if earning money is easy, but in general in these days, because I don't know, there's Spotify and not many people maybe are buying CDs. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have maybe a merchandise shop which is running good or something?
We do have a merchandise shop. Online, it's not working really well. Sometimes we sell some t-shirts or album. We sell more on concerts. In France, you know, there is the SACEM. It's the organization who is distributing the money to artists when they are on the radio or on TV or on stage.
Yes.
But for the small artists, it's very, very difficult to get the money. We would need someone to represent us and work a lot with SACEM on phone and, you know, checking everything. Main revenue is on stage, when we can deal, like have a good deal. But sometimes it's difficult because we play a lot in small bars as well. But the bars don't have a lot of money. So, but that's why as well we are living in the countryside, because here life is cheaper, a lot cheaper. We can grow our vegetables. We don't have a lot of needs. Just a good house, a good studio.
Yeah, so a typical day in your life is making music and I don't know, get your vegetables from the garden.
Yes. Feeding the chicken. We have just two chicken left, because few were old and sick and blah blah blah. So But every morning I have to get up early to let them out. And we meet with Alice to play music, or for example, today we'll meet to organize our booking session. And as well, this week we have feminist live concerts on Friday nights.
Oh, tell us something more about this.
We organized a night with 3 bands. So one from Germany, one from Spain, and one from France. It's us. And we'll organize a concert live on Facebook and Instagram.
Do you have to buy a ticket for this, or?
No, it's for free. It's a free event. I think we all need to play, to be connected a bit with the public, to have fun for one night.
I can imagine you miss the being on stage and meeting fans and so. Are there often girls or women who come to you after the concert maybe, or write you, hey, it's cool to see you on stage as a woman, I also want to play the bass now, or something?
Yeah. Many of them, like you can have often, oh, I used to play drum and I stopped, but when I see you, I want to play again. Oh, it's great to see you on stage. I would love to do the same. Or you can feel the real role of model on stage. Being a model, like you can inspire people, and it's great. It's a really good feeling. For example, the launch of our first album, for us, it was important to have a band from our area, a young band, and with girls. And we found one band, and it was great to see we could invite a young band. It was 3 girls and a boy.
Mm.
So it's good. I think we all need to, help the youth to change this world. For us, we look up at some bigger bands or with more experience, and it would be great that they could play their role to invite us, for example, on playing the first part of their concert. Well, we need to help each other to be able to change the world the way we want.
Okay, it's a very good sentence for the end, I think. All my questions are answered.
Cool.
Yeah. Okay. And I wish you really good luck for your band in the future after Corona.
Yes.
And
Thanks
for
a lot.
now on Friday, or what did you say?
Yes, on Friday from 6 until 8 or 8:15. Cool. And hopefully we can meet in Germany,
Yeah.
because we'll tour Germany, hopefully.
Yeah. Do you know if you plan to come to Leipzig?
Potentially, I think we have one connection there,
Yeah.
and we have you.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's it. What impressed me the most about the band is that they do everything on their own. So, for example, the artwork for the albums, they record their albums by themselves and do the music videos by themselves, and that's really cool. And what also impressed me was that she said when they were nearly beginners on the instruments, they nevertheless said, no, we go on stage, we can do this, and that's the right thing, I think. And now I'm looking forward to the online concert this evening. I hope you do too. Check it out. And thank you for watching, and bye-bye.